Morning students, and a very warm and hearty welcome to the English world of Aradhya. Students, I am Prashant Dabi, teaching the students of 9 to 12 standards only English. Okay, and that is the students of only English medium. Today we will begin your first poem. The title of the poem is My Mother at 66. It is written by Kamala Das. Now Kamala Das falls into the second generation of the Indian writers who are writing in English. Earlier I must have told you, English there are American English, British English and Indian English. Okay, there is women's writing as well. So the people who started writing directly into English in India, they were known as Indo-English writers. The first generation had the great people like Murtala Janam, Rabindranath Tagore and all those. In the second generation, we came like the writers like Kamala Das and many more, okay, who have already left their impacts on the Indian English. This present poem is very sensible one. It talks about the subtleties of complex subtleties of human relationships. Subtleties means mysteries, okay. On this world, our relationship with each one has certain meaning, okay, has certain impact. So here when you are close relatives of someone and that someone leaves you suddenly, what impact it can have, that is what showed in this poem. This is just a fear of the poetess that very soon she would get separated from her own mother. Okay, her mother looks very aged now. So that fear was her childhood fear. Right from the childhood she was feeling that one day I will get separated from my mother. Now she is married, but now mother is also very old. Her age is 66 and she is just going from her mother's house to the Cochin airport to reach her house. At that time she notices her mother in the car who is looking very pale and very much aged. So she gets that certain feeling, that fear is again comes in front of her. That one day now maybe this is the last time I am seeing my mother alive. Next time when I come to her house, she may not be alive. So that is her fear also and her pain also. We will see all this in this poem. Before that, let me tell you something about Kamala Das. Kamala Das is basically a Malayalam writer who has written many novels, short stories and poems in English as well under the name Madhavi Kutti. Okay, and mostly she deals with such relationships in the Indian context. Okay, in the foreign context the relationships are there but they have different meanings. But in Indian context, what meaning the relationship has, that's what she portrays before us. Okay. Let me read about the writer first. Kamala Das, 1934 to 2009, was born in Malabar, Kerala. She is recognized as one of India's foremost poets. Okay. Her works are known for their originality, versatility, and the indigenous flavor. Indigenous flavor means local touch of the soil. So she was a very versatile poet. We can say versatile means very flexible. Any role, any subject you give her to write, she will be able to write. Like some are versatile actors. Any role you tell them, they will be able to play. Amitabh Bachchan, a versatile actor. Similarly, here our poet Kamala Das is a versatile writer. Okay. Kamala Das has published many novels, short stories in English and Malayalam under the name Madhavi Kutti. Some of her works in English include the novel Alphabet of Lust, 1977, a collection of short stories Padmavati, The Harlot and the Other Stories in 1992. In addition to 5 books of poetry, now see, here we can come to know that she is a versatile writer because she has already written some novels, some short stories and 5 books of poetry. Now in one book, if 50 poetries are there, then also 5 books will have about 250 to 300 poetries. So that's why we can say, and it is not easy to write so many poetry students. Only a genius can do it. Okay, so she has given her tremendous contribution in our Indian literature. She is a sensitive writer. I already told you this is a very sensible poet. Okay, she is a very sensitive writer who captures the complex subtleties of human relationships. Okay, complex mysteries which cannot be easily made out of human relationship in lyrical idiom. My Mother at 66 is an example. Okay, so this poem is the example of her sensitivity towards the human relationship. Before you read, aging is a natural process. Have you ever thought what our elderly parents expect from us? The expectation of our elderly parents, their expectation is what? Normally when you are young, studying in the 9th high school, higher secondary section, what are their expectations? That you get a good result and go into the desired field where you get the degree and make your future. The elderly parents' expectation is what? They want you to see settled in life. Okay, their expectation, another expectation is that when they grow very old, their energy level goes down. Okay, they are not able to look after their own selves. That time you will take care of them. This is their another expectation. First expectation is they want their children just settle down in life. Second is this, when they get old, their own children will take care of them. Okay, and third, you can say that both their children and their wives or their husbands, they go along well all through their life, so they can be relaxed. Otherwise, some parents have the worries, tremendous worries of their son's marriage, after marriage life. Okay, and their daughter's worries after her marriage. The in-laws' house may not be proper, they are demanding too many things. So all those things are worries for these parents, but they normally expect that we just settle down in life with proper life partner, with proper family. Okay, so that is what their expectation is. And second expectation is that we take care of them in their old age. Now let me read out the poem, students. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. Doors open-mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked. But soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, wan and pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. So here, student, your poem gets over. Poem is very short one, but it has a deep meaning. Okay, it basically talks about the pain of separation. Okay, Viday ka dard, bikhne ka dard. Okay, now we will see the poem line wise. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning. One particular Friday morning, the writer Kamala Das was going to the airport. She was going to her own house. At present, she is at her parents' house. So driving from my parents' home to Cochin, so she is going by car. Okay, on a particular Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. So at that time, her mother was also accompanying her. Her mother also went to see her off. Okay, so her mother also accompanied her till the airport. And I saw my mother beside me, doors open-mouthed. What was she doing? Maybe she was getting good breeze while she was driving in the car. So that's why she was dozing, sleeping lightly and keeping her mouth open. Okay, maybe she is not getting enough oxygen. So that's why she is keeping her mouth open while she is dozing. Her face ashen like that of a corpse. Ashen means ash-like. When writer Kamala Das looked at her mother's face, who is asleep, she realized that her face is होता है वैसे ही उसका फेस लगता है अपनी मम्मी का, उसकी मम्मी तो अभी जिंदा है. एंड रियलाइज विथ पेन दैट शी वॉज एज ओल्ड एज शी लुक्ड. ओके, नाउ शी रियलाइज्ड दिस फैक्ट दैट उसकी जितनी उम्र हुई है उतनी वो बूढ़ी लग रही है. शी वॉज एज ओल्ड एज शी लुक्ड, बट इट मीन्स दैट इज गिविंग यू अ सिग्नल that now she has got so old, so she may not survive for a long time. Okay, that's why government is keeping the retirement age 58, 60. In some states they have increased to 62 as the longevity of life increased. Okay, the retirement age also has increased. Okay, so we can say normally the person can survive after retirement for 10 to 15 years, 20 years. If they are very healthy, then they can survive for some more time. But 15-20 years time is enough for any person. वैसे भी इंडिया में if you see the average life is 64.5 years. Okay, so after retirement a person can survive for about 5 to 7 years. Okay, so here she is already 66. Okay, average life in India, and she realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away. So this is the good thing she is doing. Okay, elders also would tell you, whenever any negative thought comes to your mind, just put it away. And to put it away, what will you have to do? You will have to divert your attention from that fact to something else. Okay, students. So here she forcefully diverts her attention. She wants to put that thought away. ये दिमाग में ख्याल आया कि मेरी मम्मी बहुत बूढ़ी हो गई है, बराबर, अब वो शायद उसके मरने का टाइम आ गया है, तो ये thought she wants to put away. That's why she put that thought away. How? By looking out of the car. Okay. So she looked out just to divert her attention, and what she sees outside. So here the poet has used certain imageries. She sees outside the sprinting trees, merry children spilling out of their houses, and lastly we will find the image of the winter's moon. She is comparing her mother's face with the late winter's moon. Okay, what she looks out, and looked out at young trees sprinting. Now can the tree sprint? Sprints means run very fast. So young trees sprinting, trees cannot move at all, and here it is written that young trees were sprinting means running very hard. Who can sprint? All those people who are taking part in 100-meter race, 200-meter race, Usain Bolt. Okay, those are called sprinters. So here she is saying that young trees were sprinting when she looked out. Actually trees were there static, but she was in a moving car, so she got the impression that outside the world is moving and she is static. That is the normal illusion with everyone. Okay, the merry children spilling out of their homes. Now one side she is pained that her mother might leave her forever. The other side she is showing some happy atmosphere. Totally contrast. One side the life is about to end, and another side she is showing the life of the young children, merry children. Merry children means happy children. Merry children spilling out of their houses. They means they are just coming out of their houses as the liquid is just flowing. The children are also moving fast out of their houses. But after the airport's security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her. Okay, now she has already reached the airport where she has to get down. Now security people will allow only those who have to board the plane. Remaining will have to stand behind the crossing. Okay, so she went in and mother was standing there at the crossing. Okay, and what? After the airport security check, standing a few yards away, now they are a bit away from each other, some distance of few yards. Okay, I looked again at her. Again, maybe this is her last look at her mother. Okay, before she gets into the plane, this is her last look. I looked again at her, wan and pale. She is looking very pale. When means pale, nistage, or pale also means that. So both are words giving the similar meaning. That's why the figure of speech is tautology. That we will learn when we do figures of speech. As a late winter's moon. Now she is comparing her mother with a late winter's moon. Late winter's moon means the last part of the winter. During the winter, the day is very short, night is very long. So the moon appears very nice. But as the winter is about to end, late part of the winter, what happens? The day becomes longer. So the moon is not seen that much clear. Almost in the morning time, it is not that clear, but intense winter is there, middle winter we can say. That time you see, even in the morning, early hours of the morning, say 6 o'clock, 6:30 also, you will be able to see a huge moon. But this is not visible when the winter reaches end of January or February, beginning February end. That time it is not seen. It looks very pale, dim. So here the mother's face also looks very dim. That's why it is compared with the late winter's moon. And felt that old familiar ache. Ache means pain. Again she is feeling that old familiar ache. Okay, वो पहले का परिचित दर्द उसको फिर से महसूस होता है. What was that? My childhood's fear, and that was her childhood's fear. Right from the childhood she had developed this fear that one day she would get separated from her mother forever. Okay, but all I said was, see you soon, Amma. Okay, here inwardly she is feeling something, and outwardly her different reaction comes. These are her parting words. See you soon, Amma. बहुत जल्दी अम्मा मिलेंगे, बराबर. Inside she feels that she will not meet her again, or again when she meets her, she will not be alive. That fear she has, that pain she has. Understood? But she uses the words what? See you soon, Amma. Because she doesn't want to make Amma worried by expressing her worries. अपनी वरी बता के उनको मम्मी को वरीड नहीं करना है, इसलिए वो ऐसे वर्ड्स बोलती है. इनवर्डली शी फील्स दैट नेक्स्ट टाइम व्हेन आई कम माय मदर मे नॉट बी अलाइव. ओके, एंड ऑल आई डिड वाज स्माइल एंड स्माइल एंड स्माइल. अ पर्सन हु स्माइल्स टू मच विल हैव मच मोर पेन. ओके, शायद तुमने नहीं तो तुम्हारे पेरेंट्स को तो ये पता ही होगा. एक अच्छी गज़ल है जगजीत सिंह की मेरे ख्याल से. तुम इतना जो मुस्कुरा रहे हो, क्या गम है जिसको छुपा रहे हो. तुम इतना जो मुस्कुरा रहे हो. So students, here finally she gives smile and smile to her mother, because she wants to hide her fear and pain. She doesn't want to express that pain or fear in front of her mother. Okay, here we end the poem, students. Now we will take up the figures of speech of every line. Okay, so that you can understand it in a better way. Figures of speech, remember, it is the question of 3 marks. Okay, in your 100 marks paper, 3 marks are only for figures of speech, and all the figures of speech options are given below every line. You just have to select one. Okay, let me just come to the first line. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning. Okay, now if you take that much line, so I told you which figures of speech first you try. Try whether simile, metaphor, then you take all the figures of speech related to the sound, alliteration, internal rhyme, okay, onomatopoeia, all those figures of speech. Then you think whether the inanimate object or abstract ideas or any such thing is personified or directly talked to. So that is personification or apostrophe. And one more figure of speech, metonymy, where the real name is not used but some other word is used for that. So here if we look at the poem, these lines, we come to know that driving and morning, ending sound of both the words is ing. That's why it is internal rhyme. Okay, that's why it is internal rhyme. And if you see the other words, my and morning, so M sound is repeated over here through the words my and morning. So the figure of speech is also alliteration. So these two particular figures of speech we can get from these lines. Then we move on to the next line. I saw my mother beside me. So here again students, you see my mother, me, M sound is repeated through these words. That's why it is alliteration. I saw my mother beside me. Dozed, open mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse. So what was she doing? She was dozing. How was she dozing? Open mouthed, and her face ashen like that, S like. So here her face is compared with the face of a dead body. So it is simile, because the word of comparison like is also used in that. So it is simile. Any other figure of speech that you can get from that line? Those open mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse. Okay, so that is simile over there. Then we move on to the next line. And face is a body part, mouth is a body part. So you can say that it was also synecdoche. Now we move on to the next line. And realized with pain that she was as old as she looked. Realized with pain that she was as old as she looked. So here her real age is compared with her look. So again it is simile, because words of comparison as are used. Okay. And it is also repetition, because as word is repeated twice. Okay. Realized with pain that she was as old as she looked. Okay. So here that is a harsh fact for the poetess Kamala Das to believe. And that's why you can say it is also euphemism. Euphemism when any harsh fact is described in mild terms, then it is euphemism. But soon put that thought away. Okay. So, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees printing. So students, again here the figure of speech is away and soon put that thought away, and so a and sounds are repeated, so figure of speech is alliteration.